The gap between the upper class and the middle class has been growing for years, and most people don't even realize it. It's not just about how much money people make, it's about how they use it, where they invest, and how they protect their wealth. The growing disparity is not a simple case of wages not increasing at the same pace as inflation. There are deeper, more significant factors at play that affect financial growth and stability. Middle-class families are still following the traditional financial playbook. Work a steady job, buy a house, and save for retirement, while the wealthy are playing an entirely different game. They're not working for money, they're making money work for them. The economy has shifted. The old rules no longer guarantee success. And if you don't recognize these changes and adapt, you risk getting left behind. Let's break down why the upper class pulling ahead and how you can avoid getting stuck in the middle class trap. Number 1. The middle class is playing a game. They can't win anymore. For decades, the formula for financial success was simple. Work hard, get a good job, buy a house, and save money for retirement. This system worked well in an era when wages kept up with inflation, housing was affordable, and job security was strong. But times have changed, and this strategy is now leaving many middle-class families struggling. According to a Pew Research Center report, upper-income families held 7.4 times more wealth than middle-income families in 2016. A sharp increase from previous decades. The economic rules have shifted, and the old approach no longer works the way it used to. As inflation rises, job insecurity increases, and wages stagnate, the middle class faces greater difficulty in accumulating wealth. While the middle class works harder and earns more, their purchasing power is declining due to rising costs of living, stagnant wages, and inflation. Meanwhile, the upper class is investing in income-producing assets that appreciate over time, widening the financial gap even further. The wealthy continue to build wealth through smart investments, business ventures, and asset acquisitions. The middle class, on the other hand, is often stuck in a cycle of overwork and undersaving, making it harder to climb the economic ladder. Number 2. The way money is used separates the rich from the middle class. It's not just how much money you make, it's how you use it. The middle class focuses on earning and spending, while the wealthy focus on multiplying their money. The middle class often saves money in a bank account where it earns less than 1% interest, while inflation erodes its value. This method leaves their money stagnant, losing value over time. The upper class, on the other hand, invests that same money into stocks, real estate, and businesses, generating much higher returns. The wealthy invest in assets like real estate, stocks, and even cryptocurrencies, things that appreciate over time and generate passive income. These investments grow their wealth without requiring their active involvement. By contrast, the middle class tends to buy liabilities: new cars, the latest gadgets, expensive vacations, things that lose value over time. They make financial decisions based on short-term desires rather than long-term wealth creation. This difference in financial mindset is what keeps the middle class stuck. Many high-income earners still live paycheck to paycheck, while quiet millionaires build their wealth without making drastic lifestyle changes. The wealthy understand that their financial growth comes from assets that multiply, while the middle class spends on things that depreciate in value. Number 3. Debt is trapping the middle class, while the rich profit from it. Debt is one of the biggest reasons why the middle class is struggling to keep up. Middle-class families are trapped by mortgages, car loans, student debt, and credit cards, which consume a significant portion of their income. The problem with these debts is that they often come with high interest rates, which makes it even harder to build wealth. The wealthy, however, use debt as a tool to grow their wealth. Instead of borrowing money for liabilities, they take on low-interest loans to invest in assets like real estate and stocks, things that generate cash flow and appreciate in value. By using debt strategically, the wealthy are able to expand their wealth without tying up their own capital. According to a Chicago Booth Review analysis, the top 1% of earners have been accumulating more wealth through investments, while the middle class has been buried in debt with little upward mobility. The financial system is set up to allow banks and corporations to profit from middle-class debt, leaving individuals stuck in a cycle of borrowing and paying interest. Meanwhile, the rich use debt as a tool to leverage their wealth and increase their financial security. The wealthy don't fear debt, they control it. Number 4. Financial education is creating a bigger wealth gap. One of the most overlooked factors contributing to the wealth gap is financial literacy. Most middle-class individuals were never taught how to invest, minimize taxes, or grow wealth. Instead, they learn about money from outdated sources, whether it's from parents who followed the work hard and save philosophy, or from schools that focus on traditional academics without offering real-world financial education. On the other hand, the wealthy are taught to think differently about money. They understand the importance of financial education and invest heavily in learning about wealth-building strategies. Whether it's through books, mentorship, wealth-building courses, or professional advisors, the wealthy prioritize financial education in order to keep their money working for them. Wealthy individuals focus on improving their financial IQ, learning strategies that help them grow their money while managing risks effectively. A Yahoo Finance report found that the wealthiest individuals spend a significant portion of their income on financial education. They understand that in order to continue building wealth, they must stay informed and adapt to changing financial strategies. This knowledge gap is one of the primary reasons why the wealthy keep pulling away from the middle class. Those who lack access to financial education are at a significant disadvantage when it comes to managing their wealth. Number 5. The upper class is quietly securing their future, while the middle class stays stagnant. While the middle class is working longer hours to cover their bills, the wealthy are making moves to secure their financial future. They're shifting their money into inflation-resistant assets like real estate, stocks, and private investments. By diversifying their portfolios, they're ensuring that even if the economy fluctuates, their purchasing power continues to grow. Most middle-class families, on the other hand, rely on savings accounts and fixed income sources that lose value over time due to inflation. While they're focused on keeping up with day-to-day expenses, the wealthy are building and protecting their assets for the long term. The upper class doesn't wait for the economy to improve or for a raise to take action. They're actively making moves that will keep them ahead in the financial game. The wealthy understand that the key to lasting financial success is to secure their wealth through investments that will appreciate in value over time. This forward-thinking approach allows them to continue building wealth, even in times of economic uncertainty. Meanwhile, the middle class is often stuck in a reactive mindset, responding to financial pressures without taking proactive steps to build lasting wealth. The wealthy look beyond today and invest in their future. How to break out of the middle class trap. If you want to avoid getting left behind and break out of the middle class trap, you need to start thinking like the wealthy. It's not enough to focus solely on earning more money. You need to start focusing on how to multiply the money you already have. Here are a few strategies to help you start building wealth like the upper class. Shift your focus from working for money to making your money work for you. Invest in assets that generate passive income, such as real estate, dividend stocks, or a side business. Stop financing liabilities that drain your wealth. A luxury car or expensive vacation won't make you rich. Instead, focus on building assets that generate income. Learn how to use debt strategically. Avoid accumulating high-interest debt and instead leverage low-interest loans to invest in income-producing assets. Invest in financial education. The wealthy prioritize learning about money strategies that will help them build and protect their wealth. Educate yourself on tax strategies, investing, and personal finance to stay ahead. The wealthy aren't guessing, they follow a proven formula. If you want to close the gap, you need to start thinking and acting like they do.